Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our Booster Club members for your many donations and much more, your prayers. We visited faraway countries and strange lands. We've even spoken to dignitaries and were detained for spreading the glorious gospel in Cuba. The truth is that the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel were scattered throughout the world. Help us on our journey as we continue to raise up the nation of Israel. 12 tribes worldwide. Join or donate today. Shalom.
All right. First and foremost, we want to say all praises to the Most High God. Let's give it up to the Most High and His Son. Shalom, Arkansas. I like to say Arkansas. All praises be to the Most High God. We're going to touch on some scriptures today concerning death because, just in case some of y'all aren't really, educated on the scriptures concerning dying and what happens and where your spirit goes and things of that nature. And believe it or not, it is comforting because you realize when you really believe, you understand. You understand what's going on. You understand what happens, all right? I want to start first in Romans, the 15th chapter. Now, if y'all know me, y'all know this is where I start my classes. Romans 15 and 4.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4.
I'm not going to be long. Like I said, I want to just touch on a few scriptures before Bishop comes on, but it's definitely needed. Go ahead.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Come on.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
So we understand. We go to the Bible, okay? We lean onto the Bible to understand how to live life. Whatsoever things were written aforetime was written for our learning. The scriptures have been given us so that we may know and understand how to move in this thing that we call life, okay? And the scriptures touch everything. Today's topic we're going to deal with is death, all right? How many people have lost someone before? Raise your hand if you've lost somebody. It's not easy. It's not easy. And there's nothing anybody's going to be able to come and say to you right now that's going to make you feel better and make everything go away. That's not how it works. It's a process, all right? But we know at the end of the day we got each other. We're going to lean on one another. We're going to be there for one another. And when something comes up, we're going to take care of it, all right? Let's start first. Give me Sirach 38. Sirach 38. And a lot of times this is especially for you brothers that, as men, it's hard for us to show our emotions. We bottle things up. We don't want, to show everybody that we're hurting, that that we are experiencing pain, that we are experiencing sorrow. But it's okay. Sirach 38, start at verse 16 for me.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 38 and verse 16.
Read.
My son, let tears fall down over the dead.
Read that again.
My son, let tears fall down over the dead.
Let tears fall down over the dead. Why is that? Because he's worthy. That man is worthy. Soldier Matthew came and he conquered this flesh. The brother came and kept God's commandments and believed on Christ. He did exactly what we all have set out to do. He completed that task. So we trying to walk in his shoes right now. It says, my son, let tears fall down over the dead. Read.
And begin to lament as if thou hadst suffered great harm thyself.
Come on.
And then cover his body.
And what?
And then cover his body.
Then cover his body. Read.
According to the custom.
According to the custom. So our custom, like I said, some of y'all think that, what y'all was been doing in the world, church, y'all come through viewing the body and all that other stuff. We didn't do that, y'all. As soon as that person died, we covered the body and we buried them. immediately they went in the ground. Okay? It says, cover the body according to the custom, read.
And neglect not his burial.
And neglect not his burial. Meaning what? You got to get it together. You got to basically stuff them feelings aside for a moment and make sure you honor the right way. Here it is, the brother passed, you got to bury the body. That was our custom, read.
Weep bitterly.
Do what?
Weep bitterly.
Weep bitterly, come on.
And make great moan.
Come on.
And use lamentation as he is worthy.
As what?
As he is worthy.
Soldier Matthew is worthy. Soldier Matthew was worthy of this. Why is that? Because he did what God said to do. He lived this life. He didn't just talk it. He came and did it. And you know how I know that? Just listening to y'all, how y'all speak about him. Brother was he's the last one to leave. He makes sure everything's taken care of. That brother completed the Men of Valor?
Men of Valor.
That ain't easy. You got to be dedicated. That Men of Valor weeds out the weak. People who ain't really about this are the ones that can't complete Men of Valor. Matthew believed. So yes, he's worthy. Lament as he is worthy. Read.
And that a day or two.
And what?
And that a day or two.
Read.
Lest thou be evil spoken of.
What does that mean? A day or two. Least thou be evil spoken of, brothers. Go ahead.
It means we understand the Bible, we understand the process of life and death,
Uh-huh.
and that we weep for that person according to what they did, but we move on after that because we go to the faith of the Bible.
We know that they with the Father now. Our faith ain't fake. We know what time it is. We know what happens when you die. And I know the brother's okay. He's with the Lord. And the Lord going to send them back when it's time, just like he sent me back, just like he sent you back. This is the process of life. Everybody understand regeneration? This is the process of life. You come here, you do what you do, that which is done, that which shall be done, right? And you go back to the Father whom sent you. It says, I'm going to start at 17. Weep bitterly and make great moan and use lamentation as he is worthy. And that a day or two, lest thou be evil spoken of. Because people are going to start looking at you like, dang, you don't believe? You act like it's over. It's not over for him. He's okay. We the ones in trouble. We the ones still trying to figure this thing out. We the ones still trying to make it to the kingdom. He did it. It says, read on, and then
comfort thyself for thy heaviness.
Comfort yourself for your heaviness. Why? Read.
For of heaviness cometh death.
Heaviness cometh death. You could put yourself in a very dark place. And you mess around and destroy your own soul. And now ain't the time for that. Now's the time for you to be strong, get it together, and move forward as he would have wanted you to. Read on.
And the heaviness of the heart breaketh strength.
Breaketh strength. So we can't allow ourselves to get to that point. We got to be able to at one point and realize, you know what? The brother's all right. I got to keep pressing forward. I got to keep moving on. I got to keep doing what God said to do. I got to keep putting in this work. I'm going to make sure that I get my lick in before I get taken out. I'm going to try to put the worst sting in this captivity while I'm living before I'm gone. That should be all of our job. Put in that work. Go from that, give me Isaiah 57. Sometimes we don't consider this, y'all. Isaiah 57 and 1.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 57 and verse 1.
Read.
The righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart.
The scripture says the righteous perisheth, and no man layeth to heart. Read.
And merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come.
Nobody considers this. A lot of times, because you got evil folks out there that say, oh, that's the judgment of the Lord. You don't understand the Bible. You don't understand how God moves. Who are you to speak on what God do? You don't see that there's times some people get taken because of the things that's coming. And because they found that favor, the Lord removed them so they wouldn't have to go through this stuff that's on the way. We the ones still in trouble. We don't remember we had prophets that said, Lord, in that day when that comes, don't let me be on earth. I don't want to be alive. It's real. Read that again.
The righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart. And merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come.
None considering the righteous have been taken away from the evil to come. The evil to come. That's basically at the door right now. We watching it. We watching it unfold in front of us. From that, give me Ecclesiastes. You know what? Start at chapter 11, and then we're going to jump to chapter 12. Give me 11 and 5, then I want chapter 12 and 7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 5.
Let me get it with you real quick. All right, go ahead.
As thou knowest not what is the way of the Spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child.
Who can explain that? Read that one more time for him. As thou knowest not what is the way of the Spirit,
Nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child.
It's saying just like how we can't wrap our heads around how the Most High allows a baby to form in the mother's womb. The same way we don't understand his works.
Exactly. Nor do we understand how he deals with the spirits. From that, give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7.
Come on.
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was.
So when you pass away, your body returns to the earth as it was. We were formed from what? The dust of the ground, right? Go ahead.
And the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
The spirit returns to God who gave it. Like I said, a lot of times, I'm just saying, this is just me personally. I'm not telling y'all what to do. But I remember my family in the world used to give me to try to come to, funerals. I'm not going to the funeral. For what? The folks in the world, they was in the world. That person's not in there no more. I'm going to come in there and listen to pastor holler and hoot and talk about white Jesus for a little while? No. Now, an Israelite burial, yes, I will attend. And I'm going to mourn, and I'm going to be right there with my family. But you ain't getting me to go to church again. I don't care what happens. I'm not going to church, okay? Because the spirit has left that person's body, and his spirit has returned to the Most High. Read that again.
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
Guess where our brother's at right now? He's with the Most High. He's with the Lord. So here it is. It's again, that's why it says spoken evil of. Yes, it is. It sucks, man. It hurts. But it comes to a point now where we're going to move past. We're going to move on. We're going to remember him every single day. We're going to put in work and remembrance of him. We had a brother in Oklahoma. He passed away, Gabriel. We had a few people pass in Oklahoma. Listen, you don't ever forget. It still hurts. But you remember them in deed. You remember them in your walk. You remember them in the works that you do. I get remembrance every time I look at these brothers from Oklahoma, because guess what? That other brother was right there with us. So it brings it back. I see them little videos that we post and stuff like that. Brothers is having a good time, hanging out, feast days, high holy days. They still with us. That's why we got to make sure that we move forward and put in more work so that we can see him again. We got to make it to where he's at, right? Drop that. Give me Sirach 4. Sirach 4:28. This is what we trying to do. Sirach, the 4th chapter and the 28th verse.
It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 4 and verse 28.
Read.
Strive for the truth unto death.
Unto what?
Unto death.
This is what we've all set out to do, right? Who is not doing this currently? Who ain't trying this now? Dare you raise your hand? We're going to throw you up out of here. We striving for the truth unto death. Read that again, bro.
Strive for the truth
for the truth
unto death.
Unto death, until your last breath. You got to give it everything you got until you gone. Elder Kanai used to tell me, you're only good as your last deed. I know y'all have heard that before. Your last deed. So you want to be found keeping the commandments when you go, or you want to be found in the strip club? You want to be found on these corners beating the block? You want to be found in the weed house? What you want to be found doing? You in a house committing adultery. What you want to be found doing? Keeping God's commandments. Strive unto the death. Give me Sirach 11. Just a couple pages over, Sirach 11 and 4.
It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 11, verse 4.
14, I'm sorry.
14. Prosperity and adversity, life and death,
Life and death.
poverty and riches
Read.
come of the Lord.
Y'all realize, don't nothing happen unless the Most High God says so. That's why we got to live life like this might be it for us, because you never know when your day's coming. You never know when it's your time. That's why we ain't got no time to be playing with sin. We ain't got no time to be playing around with Satan, y'all, because you never know when it might be you. This thing is not for the temporary folks. This ain't for the weak. This is for those that's going to strive until the end, keeping God's commandments and faith in his son. Like I said, anytime someone passes, it literally makes me look at myself. Okay, what are you doing, IBL? Make sure you got your stuff together. Are you real? Are you sincere? Some of y'all right now is undercover whoremongers. And you think because I don't see you, or captain don't see you, or officer don't see you, everything is cool. No, it's not. Be sincere in your walk. Be sincere in this truth. Be real about who you are. Because if you really believe and you're really trying to get the kingdom, you're going to be real. You're going to do it. It ain't going to be no hiding. You got grown men hiding sin. Right. If you're really striving for the kingdom, you got to bring it out. That way you don't die in that sin. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Sure. All right. From there. One more on, give me Sirach 28. Sirach 28. I'm going to start at verse 6.
It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 28 and verse 6.
Come on.
Remember thy end, and let enmity cease.
Stop. What's that mean? Remember thy end and let enmity cease. Remember thy end and let enmity cease. Raise your hand. Solomon in the back.
It says, remember thy end, that at the end of the day, we all going to hit the grave. So whatever strife we got between each other, let it stop.
There's no time. Y'all understand me? There's no time to be out down here mad over something stupid, especially, but period. There's no time to be holding grudges. There's no time to be having an issue with this person. There's no time to be hating someone secretly. The clock is ticking. What you waiting on? We all look at it like, oh, yeah, I'll fix that. I'll fix that at this time, or I'll do that later. Or whatever. There's no time for that. You got to fix it now, because you never know. Read on. Remember thy end and let enmity cease.
Remember corruption and death, and abide in the commandments.
Read on.
Remember the commandments, and bear no malice to thy neighbor.
Remember the commandments and bear no malice to thy neighbor. Come on.
Remember the covenant of the highest, and wink at ignorance.
Wink at ignorance. We gotta remember never to bear no malice to our neighbor. Why? We gotta fix it now. You gotta get it right now. Because at any moment you could be gone. Imagine here that you didn't fix this situation with this brother next to you, whom you say you love, whom you say you care for, and now he's gone, or you're gone. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That's not something that you want to leave undone, because that thing will haunt you if you're still here. That thing will bother you. Dang, I had an art with this brother, and he's not with us no more. And I never got to fix it with him. I never got to deal with that situation. Let that brother know, hey, man, whatever it is we get upset about, man, I don't care. I love you, bro. I love you, brother. We got to get to that point to where we ain't going to let that happen. Because hindsight, I'm going to tell you right now, ain't no sleep. Trust me. From there, give me give me Psalms 116 and 15. Psalms 116 and verse 15.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 116 and verse 15.
Uh-huh.
Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints.
Explain that, somebody. There we go. Jazz, Officer Jazz.
It's a precious thing to the Most High God for somebody to die keeping the commandments.
Right. Meaning Each and every one of you are an intricate part in this body, brothers and sisters, right? Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. You realize your life has affected somebody? Whether you be living or you pass on, you affect someone. You may cause someone else to bethink themselves. You may cause someone else to strive harder in this truth. Real talk. Here it is that we the prophets of the Most High God, right? So when one of us is gone, it's a big deal. Am I right, brothers? Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. That's why it's okay to be sad, man. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to be whatever feeling you're feeling, as long as you understand one thing, that the brother's okay. And it sucks, dang, we don't get to spend more time with him. We don't get to hang out one more time. We don't get to go kick it. We don't get to play dominoes, or we don't get to sit down and just talk. I just can't say shalom. Yeah, that feeling sucks, man. But guess what? You're going to see him again as long as you strive and you do what you got to do to get there. All right? From there, give me Sirach 46, verse 12, and also get Sirach 49. I want to show y'all something. I brought it up earlier, but just in case y'all thought I was lying. Sirach 46, read verse 12, and then jump to 49 and 10.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 46, verse 12.
Read.
Let their bones flourish out of their place, and let the name of them that were honored be continued among upon their children.
Who can explain this verse? Who can explain this? Boy, I tell you, y'all a tough crowd here in Ark, Kansas. Raise your hand if you have no clue. All right, well then, y'all's hands ain't up. Everybody shouldn't be shy. Who knows what it's talking about? All right, go ahead.
Shalom, leadership. It says, verse 12, let the name of them that were honored be continued upon their children. Meaning when their children grow up, we supposed to, because if they never knew their father, we supposed to tell them like the memories that we have of him and how great he was when he did walk the earth.
Right. That first part you missed.
Right.
You missed that first part. Let their bones flourish out of their place. What's that talking about? Right here. Brother looked like Iran. That's why I thought he wasn't kept. I was like, Iran, you done snuck back off in here, bro? What's your name, bro?
Hey, Soldier Hezron.
Hezron. Oh, no. No. Hezron?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, bro.
So it's pretty much like he's not even dead because it's like he's still here.
All right, watch this. I'm going to see if I can make it connect for you.
Right.
We gonna hold this, get Sirach 49, and read verse 10.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 49, verse 10.
Read.
And of the 12 prophets, let the memorial be blessed.
Stop. Who are the 12 prophets?
Is it all the tribes?
Nope. Who are the 12 prophets? Go ahead, Solomon.
It'll be the disciples, right there.
Yeah, but it's they're named in the Apocrypha.
You said the name in the Apocrypha?
Yeah. Okay.
We're going to 40.
All right. Give me Esdras. Second Esdras. I didn't even think we were going to do this today. Second Esdras, what is it, chapter 2 or chapter 1?
Chapter 1, verse 39.
Okay, let's get it.
Second Ezra, chapter 1 and verse 39. Unto whom I will give for leaders, Abraham.
You know what? Let's start a little higher. Go to verse
33.
Yeah, start at verse 34.
Second Ezra, chapter 1, verse 34.
No. It's 35.
Verse 35.
Come on.
Your houses will I give to a people that shall come, which have not heard of me, yet shall believe me, to whom I have showed no signs, yet shall they do that I have commanded them.
So, Lord's will, one day, Ark, Kansas, we're going to be able to get together and we can go through this in depth, okay? But this is The Lord speaking about us. We are those people that is talking about that he's going to give their houses to. This was our fathers who didn't follow back then, right? He says, it says, your houses will I give to a people that shall come, which not having heard of me, yet shall believe me, to whom I have showed no signs, yet shall they do that I have commanded them. Ain't nobody in here seen nobody get brought back from the dead. Ain't nobody seen nobody call fire down from the skies. You are the ones that have seen no signs, yet you follow. Read on.
They have seen no prophets, yet shall call their sins to remembrance.
You have seen no prophets. Again, Elijah's not here casting down fire from the heavens in front of you, okay? Yet you call your sins to your remembrance. Read.
And acknowledge them.
Come on.
I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness.
Why are the little ones rejoicing in gladness? Because those people teach their children to keep the commandments, and they rejoice in gladness. Come on.
And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes,
Read.
yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say.
This is talking about you, but come on.
And now, brother, behold what glory, and see the people that cometh from the east, unto whom I will give for leaders.
So he says, behold, this people coming from the east, to whom I will give for leaders. So he's going to give leaders to these people. Read.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Here it is. We have the three patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? Read.
Oseas.
OC. Who is OC, brothers? Hosea, that's 1.
Amos.
2.
And Micheas.
Micheas is who? That's 3.
Joel.
4.
Abadias.
Which is who? 5.
And Jonas.
Which is Jonah. 6.
Nahum.
7.
And Habakkuk.
Habakkuk. 8.
Zephaniah.
Zephaniah. 9.
Aggeus.
10.
Zachary.
11.
And Malachi.
12.
Which is called also an angel of the Lord.
So let's go back to where we was at in Ecclesiasticus. 49, is it?
49.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 49 and verse 10.
How many was that? 12, right? Read that again.
And of the 12 prophets.
Who are the 12 prophets, brothers? Zephaniah, Haggai, Habakkuk, Malachi. It named Obadiah. It named those 12 prophets. Who stood up and said the apostles? Why did you say that?
I said it because of the 12 that follow Christ.
Okay, why they follow Christ is the question, too. Y'all thought the apostles just regular spirits, huh? No, it was Zephaniah. It was Habakkuk. It was Haggai. It was all those prophets. The Lord sent their spirit back in the time of Christ. Read verse 10 again.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 49 verse 10.
Y'all understand regeneration? Some of y'all look shook right now. The Lord's going to send your spirit back on earth. This ain't your first time being here. So when it says in verse 10, it says, and of the 12 prophets, let the memorial be blessed. What's the memorial? Get Revelations. Revelations, the 20, was it? No. So what is it?
21.
21. You know I'm getting old. Why are you laughing, Cap? I'm up there now, bro.
This is Revelation chapter 21 and verse 12.
Read.
And had a wall great and high.
We're reading now the kingdom of heaven, right? We're reading how it looks. It says the kingdom had a wall that was great and high. This is New Jerusalem. Had a wall that was great and high, read.
And had 12 gates.
There was 12 gates at that wall, read.
And at the gates 12 angels.
12 angels, and they wasn't just standing there for decoration. These is 12 angels guarding the gates. Come on.
And names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. On the east 3 gates, and on the north 3 gates, and on the south 3 gates, and on the west 3 gates.
Read.
And the wall of the city had 12 foundations.
Read on.
And in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb.
It said, let the memorial be blessed. This is the memorial. Them 12 weren't just regular people. They were the 12 prophets. Zephaniah, Haggai, Habakkuk. Like I said, it named a whole bunch. Obadiah. The Lord sent their spirits back. So now let's go back to Ecclesiastes 49. Watch this.
Ecclesiastes chapter 49 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
And of the 12 prophets, let the memorial be blessed.
Let their memorial be blessed, read.
And let their bones flourish again out of their place.
Wait a minute. What does it mean, let their bones flourish again out of their place? Kyle. They're going to come back again. They're going to come back again. Like I said, this is the cycle of life. One day, Lord's will, I can go through this with y'all, reading Ecclesiastes, and it breaks it down completely. Matter of fact, who was John the Baptist? Right here.
Shalom, leadership.
Shalom.
Elijah.
He was Elijah. How? How could he be Elijah? Because of regeneration, okay? So when it says, we was reading earlier in Ecclesiastes, or Ecclesiasticus, what was it, 46 and what?
46 and 12.
Now this should make more sense. Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 46 and verse 12. Let their bones flourish out of their place. And let the name of them that were honored be continued upon their children.
The bones flourishing out of their places. Lord, send them back to us. Now, of course, we're not going to know who they are, but we know they're coming back. We know they're coming back. That's why we're going to make sure that there's a good name left. There's a good name that, guess what, that child's going to hear about his or her father. Same thing with y'all. Something happened one day, I'm going to do the same thing for y'all. I pray y'all do the same for me. Okay?
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.